we back with another video. We back with a Jasmine Crockett. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload. Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Of the House Oversight Committee on Doge, Jasmine Crockett. For more, Congresswoman, thank you so much for coming on. I know you voiced concerns about Elon Musk's influence within the current administration. Supporters say he brings innovative leadership and efficiency to the government, and the White House says he's not in charge of Doge. He's an advisor to the president. So what's your response to that, and what are the Oversight Committee's top priorities right now?
Yeah, so oversight, the purpose of the Oversight Committee is to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. And right now, we've not heard from Elon Musk nor anyone else that works for Doge. So it's interesting that prior to, it was a matter of Elon Musk is the one that's running Doge. He is the one that is shutting off funds. He's the one that's committing basically a lot of constitutional as well as legal issues as it relates to our monies and what we do in Congress. But now they're saying, no, he's just there to advise. And in an advisory capacity, the president can have whoever he wants advising. The problem is that no one has come before my subcommittee or any other committee in Congress to talk about their proposals. Instead, they post proposals on social media, or they claim to have found waste, fraud, or abuse. And we know that the vast majority of waste, fraud, or abuse exists within the Defense Department. And yet there's not been any conversations yet whatsoever about the fact that the Defense Department has failed to pass an audit in at least the last 6 audits.
You're also calling on Musk to appear before Congress. Why? What do you want to ask him?
Well, first of all, I want to ask him, what exactly has he been doing? Who is it that he's hired? Who is it that he's firing? How he's coming to the conclusions that he's coming to? What makes him believe that getting rid of our workforce, including those that are in charge of keeping our nuke situation safe or keeping planes from falling out of the sky? I want some analysis behind what it is that he is recommending to the president or to OPM or to anyone else that is engaging in what I feel like is more so a dismantling of our modern day democratic republic. And I want him to basically prove me wrong. I want to know that there is some end game that actually benefits the American people. And it's not just about lining his pockets, which we see as he recommended to turn off the spigot of money to everyone else. He ended up garnering himself an additional $400 million contract for Tesla and an additional over $300 million for SpaceX. And we know that the Republicans right now are proposing to raise the debt ceiling. Why do you need to raise the debt ceiling if somehow you are going about saving us a lot of money? And it is because of these tax cuts that they are also proposing that they are not talking about to the American people. And I want to make sure the American people have the full story.
Has Musk or anyone from the Trump administration responded to that request that you're making for him to come before Congress?
No, absolutely not. We actually did a motion to do a subpoena for Musk in the Oversight Committee, and the Republicans shut it down. Now, here's the deal. If everything that he is doing is above board and they have nothing to hide, then why wouldn't you want him to come out and testify? The idea that he can just post it on Twitter and that is enough is a farce. That is not how we operate. And at least when you come before Congress, there are consequences when you come before Congress if you are less than truthful. And that is the type of situation that we need him to be in.
Now, Musk campaigned with Trump, telling voters that he would cut government spending and reduce the deficit. Now they're conducting mass layoffs, and Doge's website claims it has saved an estimated $55 billion through fraud detection as well. So isn't this what the American people voted for?
Oh, absolutely not. Listen, when he was campaigning with Donald Trump, he was going around and jumping around on a stage. Now, I think that no matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, you want to know that we are being as efficient as possible with your tax dollars. And so I think that all American people are on board for this. This is why the Oversight Committee has always existed within the Congress. It is because we are supposed to be the watchdogs over the money. But this idea that if we get rid of USAID, that is going to fix our money woes is another farce. USAID takes up less than 1% of our entire budget. They don't want to talk about the other 99%. Or they're going out and they're saying that Medicaid, Medicare, that those things shouldn't exist. Now, the chairman of the Budget Committee says that they're going after Social Security next. Listen, I don't think that the American people signed up for a government that would say, we know that you have worked so hard for all these years and paid into a system, and now we're just going to say, oh, well, we don't have the money for you, so that the likes of Elon Musk or Bezos or Zuckerberg or all the billionaires that showed up to be there with him when he swore in, so that they could just save more money and we end up carrying the load. We being the working people of America, we being the people that are struggling paycheck to paycheck. We know that right now they literally just proposed legislation to get rid of what the Biden-Harris administration did around limiting those $5 or making sure that those that end up with overdraft fees don't exceed $5. They
Crazy to me because she's talking about Mark Zuckerberg and Elon and Trump trying to save money, and they're billionaires. And they're old. They're getting old. Like, what are you trying to save for? You know what I'm saying? Like, should they start giving away money? Probably not. They maybe earned it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, it's like, give back, bro. Open up shit. Help us out. Help the middle class, the low tier class. What are y'all saving for? I don't fucking get it. This is crazy to me.
wanted to go back to $35 or however much people were charging. They're not doing anything to help the American people. Right now, our food costs are up because they've decided that they want to go after immigrants. They've decided that they don't want anyone to keep watch over what's going on with the bird flu. Listen, right now we are headed towards a recession. And I can tell you that not one person that voted, no matter if they were a Democrat or a Republican, asked for that. So this is something that is going to be on the Trump administration, and I'm just bracing right now.
Now, President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us, because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again. We had a once in a lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime, because we know that Ebola, unfortunately, was detected right here in New York here recently. And if we continue down this road of getting rid of scientists or deciding that we don't want to rely on experts as it relates to what they're telling us to do, or we don't want to deal with vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. We are headed towards a recession because the United States government is the 15th largest employer in the world. And so firing those that work for the federal government isn't going to necessarily create new jobs in private industry. In fact, Southwest Airlines, based in my district, just announced for the very first time in its entire existence that they are doing a layoff of approximately 15% of their workforce. If you pay attention, the signs are there. And I'm not telling you to be an alarmist. I'm telling you because I want to be honest with the American people. And my background, believe it or not, I was a business major, and none of this looks good for us right now.
And Congressman, I'm out of time, but really quickly, you say Elon Musk hasn't even shown up to subcommittee yet. So is the Oversight Committee actually having any oversight over Doge?
We absolutely are not. We have no documents from Doge. We have no employees of Doge. We have nothing. This is more so just a game so that they can have their MAGA darling, Marjorie Taylor Greene, oversee a committee, because it is my understanding that she now wants to pretend to be serious because she is looking to run for the United States Senate.
And what's the committee doing about that? Anything?
Well, we are trying to do what we can, but obviously we are in the minority. So we are going to send off a request for certain documents as we are approaching our next Doge hearing. Our next Doge hearing is going to be on USAID at the beginning of March. And so we're going to see if they turn over these requests that are made by us as sitting members of the committee.
All right, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
I have Ms. Jasmine Crockett. Oh my God, I didn't know. I know I said something in the last video, but I didn't know Ebola was in New York. What the fuck? I wonder if it's as major as it was back in the day. Because if it was, another pandemic, here we come. And this is going to be a devastating one. Y'all will never see my face outside of this computer. But yeah, it's a lot going on, man. just make sure y'all ready for these videos to keep coming, because it's getting wicked out here. It's getting dangerous. I'm ready to hit another country at this point. I'm trying to go to Thailand because this is getting crazy. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload. Make sure y'all comment. Let me know what y'all think about all this. Don't just comment, we love Jasmine Crockett. Comment what do y'all think about this whole situation? Trump, Elon, Jasmine, Republicans, Democrats, politics, whatever. Put it down in the comment section, y'all. I love y'all. I got way more videos to do. Peace and love, baby. We out.